So here we go in 3, 2. Hey everybody! Welcome to Sai's Fireside Chat, our official episode 1, even though we did one yesterday, which was kind of a test episode. This is our first official episode on our actual night of recording, which is Wednesdays. Tonight we have with us a couple of our community members from WoW, and we have I'm going to slaughter your guys' names because I suck at names, by the way. But we have Anwil and Antibus and our very favorite, super awesome Coop player guy, Termaku. Hi, guys.
Hi there.
He's now shy.
Hi.
So, I know you guys do a lot of stuff with AIE, and you guys are... I know you guys mostly from New Braid. But, as you can see on the stream, we're just going to do a normal eye just for funs and giggles together. But what got you guys into gaming to begin with?
I think I'll let my husband start out with that one.
You want to know the entire history of mine, or just World of Warcraft?
Well, just what got you into gaming? What got you into playing MMOs and that sort of thing?
Oh, actually, I hated MMOs. I thought they were stupid until I saw a friend of mine in the military in Germany still playing World of Warcraft. And I was watching him for 12 hours straight without even playing. And I said, I need to play this too. And then he said, you can't because it's an alpha. And then I need to wait for the beta. And then I got into it.
And then I ended up starting to play because, well, I got married and I had never played World of Warcraft until I met my husband, and he wanted a healer. So yeah, I became his little pocket healer, and I started in Pandaria.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I started in TBC not too long before Wrath came out. It took me a very, very long time to level my first character. I think I hit 70 about a month before the expansion hit for Wrath.
And then Termaku, we'll let you give your little story of how you started.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, I saw my parents playing World of Warcraft, so I wanted to start playing it. I asked them if I could, and they're like, nah, and yeah.
He was 7 at this time.
And then that was right after we got Legend of Zelda, Link Between Worlds, and they said that if I could finish the game, then they'll get it for me, expecting that I would never finish it. Well, 2 weeks later, I came back, said I'm done, and asked to play.
You finished it in 2 weeks?
And then we were kind of stuck. We had to let him start playing because we had already told him that.
Oh, I got a curious coin.
Oh, that's cool. So do you guys play together all the time, or do you guys do your own thing?
I'd say 90% of the time we play together. Ethan has really sort of branched out in the games that he plays. He's really into Destiny. Overwatch. Sorry, wrong one.
And Destiny.
Yeah, Overwatch. And then we even play a little bit of Hearthstone, but then again, my husband quit the first time I beat him.
You quit the first time?
Yes, I was actually invited, and was I in the alpha, babe?
Yes.
And she got then into the beta, and then we played once against. Actually, it was the first battle that she played, basically, after the introduction, and she beat me, and I never touched it again.
Sore loser.
No, I play WoW, and I dabble in SWTOR, and I play Overwatch.
And then also Heroes. We'll play that every once in a while together.
As
I
Termaki
said
kind of laughs.
every once in a while. No, things have been crazy for us. My husband and I were both going to school full time, as well as I was working full time. And we kind of had to put gaming on the backside just a little bit for a while because everything was just so darn busy. But then I graduated last year. My husband just graduated. And so we're hoping to be able to have more time together and to be able to play more often. We definitely always do. Well, time permitting, almost every weekend we're doing New Braid and stuff. So
Yeah, the one time Blizzard decides to get their game finally in summer out, I have to start working. They couldn't do it the last 7 years. While I had all the time over summer while I was a college student.
So what did you guys get your degrees in?
I got mine in sociology with minors in counseling and educational psychology and family and child sciences. And I'll let my husband answer.
Mechanical engineering with no minor.
Sorry, I accidentally grabbed these.
Accidentally or on purpose?
It was on accident. It's a new hunter for me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have even a demon out, Ethan?
I had the tome thingy.
I don't have a target.
You all have terrible pets. You should put them back into the shop. Yeah, but
There, I helped you out.
Thank you.
Most of the
I'm
times,
having
actually,
issues.
we want to play at least once a week New Braid just to hang around with friends, mostly. Which we even ended up with going on a cruise with several people from
What?
New Braid.
No way, really?
Yeah,
Yes.
we sure did.
The week before Christmas, we went on a cruise.
With Kimmy and Morn and Cardinal.
That is cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. In fact, we even are planning on doing it again this coming year.
Should open it to more people. Maybe we can get the whole boat full with AIE.
No kidding. We did our honeymoon cruise, and then we did another cruise a year later. We took the kids and my parents, and we were saying the same thing. We're like, AIE Scott should make his meetup at a cruise instead of in Utah.
You know, Kenny and we were saying the exact same thing.
It's just cooler, actually. You know, you do not have to hang around with other people if you don't want to. But now,
That's mean.
well, when you hang the entire time on them, the good thing was actually on the cruise ship they had now an app, and you paid $5, and you had like a chat, so to speak, and we could chat with each other while on the boat.
Really?
Figure out what we wanted to do and everything like that. It was like a one-time fee of $5 or something.
That's cool. What cruise line did you guys go on?
Carnival.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
It was interesting, actually. You could meet people that you know already for a long time, and you did something else besides playing a game with each other.
The seagull.
I love how you were so entertained by the sequel.
This is my least favorite boss.
Phase change.
Just kill it. Yeah,
Phase change.
it was. Oh, geez. We booked the cruise basically 1 year ahead of time just because we wanted to, and then we talked Kinney into it, and then Cardinal said I would join too, and then we ended up being all together.
That's
And it
pretty
was
awesome.
nice because that's one of the things that I love about AIE is the personal friendships that we've made, and that it travels outside of the game and into real life. With meetups and vacations together and everything else. It's one of the things that I really treasure about it. That, and it's a safe place for our child. I mean, he started playing when he was really young, and we were really, really concerned about him being in an online MMO at that age. But then people took him under their wings, and they took him out to go get pets like Grim Cow, and then they did Coop together, and it really made it a family and a community, and it's something that I treasure and appreciate.
So I have to tell you, Grim Cow is on my raid team. We raid every weekend. And he talks about Termaku all the time. Like how cool this kid is that goes out and does this stuff with us. And
It's just we were really comfortable because in his age, in 2nd grade, he was in the reading level of a high schooler. That is why I wasn't concerned at all, because he could figure out what to do in World of Warcraft.
I don't have a target.
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he's a smart cookie.
I'm a cookie?
But he'll get mad at me if I talk about it, so.
Yeah, my kids get mad at me when I talk about them too.
Yeah, just brag online for them, and they will never.
Yeah, my daughter is going to be a freshman next year, and she tried out for symphonic orchestra, and she's like, "Why do you keep asking me if I made it or not? It doesn't matter." We're like, "Yes, it does."
Because I care about you, but
I can't attack
it's
that. I can't attack that.
yeah, it's just you pulled more back there.
Yes, I'm
Yes.
stupid.
No, your pets are stupid.
I had to kill them.
Why do I even run there?
I don't know, I clicked wrong. It's a new tune for me. I told you that.
How can you click wrong?
I need a target.
Well, can't click wrong.
I don't have a target.
It happened to me too several times in World of Warcraft.
I don't know.
Remember?
I don't know if you guys are reading, but there's a lot of chat going on in the stream about how cool like your guys' story and stuff is. So that's pretty awesome.
Oh, that's cool. No, but I love it, and I think even when I get kind of bored with content a little bit, I still keep coming back because of the connections and the people that I've met. So.
Ooh, the first time she went to Noob Raid and was healing, actually, who was it? What the name now?
Sparrow or Fire.
Yeah, Sparrow and Fire were explaining her how to heal a raid, and the first time she raid healed, she was bulging in there and was crying while she was trying healing. And I just could hear her saying, they all die, it's all my fault. I said, no, it's their fault, they're standing in fire.
Oof, now you got an embarrassed wife, the worst type of wife.
Why do you have to tell stories about your wife crying?
But it's emotional, actually, that people see that other people have overcome big problems and are getting really comfortable in Noob Raid.
Oh yeah, I was terrified of healing when I first started. I was so scared, and I didn't want to let everybody down. I was new to gaming in the first place, and I went straight out for a healer, and I was just so afraid that everyone was going to be mad at me because they all died because I wasn't healing well enough. But Noob Raid helped me come out of that shell. There's times when Kenny's not available that I'll help lead Noob Raid in her stead, and it's just being able to work together and realizing, hey, we're all in this together. No one in AIE is going to rage quit on you and kick you out of the raid just because you messed up on something, but they'll help you learn and grow in it. It's been a big thing, and I appreciate that about Noob Raid especially.
I think that's the great thing about this community is there's a little bit of everything for everybody. Like there's people that PvP, there's people that like to casually raid, there's people that push heroic to get that ahead of the curve. And you have Noob Raid for people who have no idea what to do, but here's a great way to learn. So that's one of the things that I really like about the community is the way everybody comes together and helps everybody out, and there's something for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
And New Breed is now, how old is it? Oh, geez, 4 years?
Oh shoot, I don't even know. I know Sparrow started it, right?
And
And
was
Yeah,
the
Sparrow
end of
did.
Mists.
And the anniversary happened just recently too.
Yeah. See, Max put in Twitch chat. If you guys like Star Wars, he just heard that the 2019 Star Wars celebration is in Chicago in April of next year, which is his hometown. That's my home area.
That's
So
awesome.
he's thinking about doing a huge AIE meetup there, and I think that would be awesome. I'd totally be down for that.
Actually, we
Oh, yeah,
move next
totally.
week to upstate New York.
Yes, we are
From New
moving
Mexico.
upstate New York from New Mexico next week.
See, New York's closer to Chicago than, yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Or
that
in New
far.
Mexico.
Oh,
Wave.
I'm reading chat in Twitch and not paying attention to what I'm doing in here.
Come on, it's a normal dungeon. If one of us dies, then we should turn in our raider tokens and just leave. Wow.
Oh,
This is-
whatever.
Everything I can to die right now.
But this is why I did it on normal, because I knew I'd be distracted and be like, oh crap, oh, I was supposed to kill that thing. My bad.
Cheer join.
Cheer join. Hashtag cheer join. That's so funny.
Yeah, it's just like,
Crap, I was going to ask you guys something, like, from a previous conversation we were having, and now I forgot what it was.
Oh no!
or maybe it comes back.
Oh, it does. It did. See, I'm a
You're
bad
there.
host at this stuff, but, you know, I'm trying. No, so
Very good.
I have heard several stories of, that a certain person in New Braid basically paid for Termaku's heirloom gear.
Yes, that is true.
Oh, I wonder who that is. Can he?
That is very, very true.
So for those that don't know, do you want to share the story? Because every time I hear it, I laugh hysterically.
So, New Braid used to have this rule to where there was a fine if you sweared. And so if you said a swear word while there were minors in the group, then it was $1,000 gold payable to the minor that was in the group. After all of Ethan's heirlooms were purchased, we then took pity onto Kinney and we
No.
changed it to 100 gold
No.
because she
She-
was broke.
She took over New Braids just out of this one reason to don't get more broke. She lowered it as soon. No, that was just mean, but would be way cooler. She took over New Braid just to lower the gold costs. Actually, yeah, she basically, what is it, 50 gold, 10 gold?
It's 100 gold now.
Oh, 100 gold.
But wasn't it much higher than that to begin with?
It was
Yes,
1,000 gold.
And it was 1,000 gold like before, what was it, Warlords of Draenor, before everybody could print their gold, basically. And Kinney was basically broke all the time.
But Ethan got enough heirloom gear that he was able to get the
Chopper.
chopper.
He started, I
wow.
believe, with 2 heirlooms and ended up then with 25, and they were fully upgraded then.
Mhm.
Wow. That's pretty. That's almost like Kinney did it on purpose for dedication. I mean, I know
Yeah.
she didn't, but
I have 35 heirlooms, and I haven't bought any more or upgraded anything since then. Just because, yeah.
that is absolutely hilarious. I love that.
It
Every
is.
time I find it hilarious.
But it's a good thing, you know, you basically enforce the guild rules without swearing, and since Kinney is licking a lot of different grounds, she was swearing a lot back in the day.
Licking.
Licking.
Well, floor tanking.
Oh,
My axe.
that's the best kind of tanking, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
If you've ever talked to one of my best friends, which is Ellen in the guild, she says she does her best with floor tanking because then she can call the trains.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Yep. Okay, so we were going to head over to that other one, correct?
Darkheart? We can go to Darkheart.
Or no?
Or no?
Whatever you guys want.
Oven.
Ethan sits in the back. He's flying where I fly.
Where are we going?
Oven.
I don't care.
Dark Heart.
Yeah, it's just. But the coolest thing was when you had your wedding. This was the coolest idea, Serene.
Oh, when I had my wedding?
Yes. In game.
That was a lot of fun. That was epic, I think. I really enjoyed that and having everybody out there. Our real life wedding turned into like a little mini AIE meetup because our best man and matron of honor are our best friends in game with Ellen and Mateva. And then Old Man Franks was there as a groomsman, and Makala was there as one of the bridesmaids. So we have pictures of all of us together at the actual wedding, and we actually yelled for the horde afterwards when the minister said, you know, Mr. and Mrs. and everything. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah, and Cav was there with his wife and his son, and it was a lot of fun. We had a good time.
Sorry about that.
I may have jumped into the lake in my wedding dress.
That's the best thing.
It was only a couple feet deep. It wasn't like it got really wet.
Well, you anyways were just once in your lifetime, right?
Right? Your son's riding in your balloon and I'm following your balloon. Haha.
I wish the cannon would shoot.
And I somehow got separated and got lost, but I'm following now.
Well, we can always summon you. There's a stone there somewhere. Over the rainbow.
Oh my god. I had the same
I was
thing
literally
in my head.
thinking that.
I keep telling my raid team that one night we're just gonna have a DOA karaoke night. We're just gonna make everybody sing in Discord.
Oh, that's awesome.
I need to find a raid team too, since I'm now finally done with my university and I have finally in the evenings time.
So we have one person looking for a raid team, and then another one, he's probably going to get so mad at me for saying this. He's been working really, really hard on the Firelands achievement.
Right? Stop!
Ethan, we're recording.
Apparently he is bad.
He just needs one to get the achievement and to get the mount. So one where you have to kneel in front of that thing?
Yeah, but
Why is it such a secret?
I don't know.
I don't even. Here's the stone. Is this the right stone?
because you wanted to say it.
That's the stone for the raid, but it just doesn't matter. You can use it anyway.
I'm close.
I'll be right back.
Wait, I have a list of questions that if the conversation gets stalled, apparently it hasn't been stalled yet, so let me
It hasn't.
let me look through these. Let me see if there's any good ones in here that we haven't talked about yet.
Where is the raid entrance? The
Oh,
distance entrance.
the entrance is farther down.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
down over this way, right?
Oh,
Here?
okay, here we go. I got one for you.
Okay.
What's your favorite pet or mount that you've ever had to collect or track down?
The Blizzard Bear with the Murloc on its head that's hanging now on a European server that I can't use anymore.
The dungeon's down here, FY.
Oh, that way?
Yeah, that one down there is the raid entrance.
Oh.
What about you?
Probably one of my favorite mounts is one that my husband got me. It's the Enchanted Fey Dragon. I know it wasn't. I guess I just have it for sentimental reasons. It's one of my favorites because it was a gift from him, and then I have the little plush that sits on my desk at work, and so.
Aw.
And then Ethan, what about you? You've tracked down so much stuff.
I don't really have mounts, but I have pretty much 3 favorite pets I had to track down countless times. The first one was that infernal in the woods. Let me see what it's called. The Minfernal in the woods.
Oh, the Minifernal or whatever? That one's
Here it
cool.
is. Yeah, the Minfernal from Bellwood. It took me so long to find that one, and then once I finally found it, I realized I could get the same exactly looking thing in a different zone in Warlords of Draenor without having to search for hours, because, like, yeah. My second one is a Spectral Tiger Cub. That took me forever to get, because I had to save up the money because I couldn't find any cards. And then the last one is an Unborn Valkyrie. That took me forever to find in the what's it called? In Northrend.
Northrend, yep.
Wait, don't I have it in my head? You have Memorant's head, right?
Who?
Ethan? No, somebody else had it then. Somebody got it out of mistake, basically. Walked once in and got it.
Oh, the whole out of mistake thing. Sparrow's never gonna let me live that down.
Yeah.
You know the shaman set that you get out of the Pandaria dragon, or the Pandaria dungeon?
Siege of Orgrimmar, yeah.
Yes. We were doing a new braid, and we ran that, and all of a sudden it dropped for me, and I'm like, what the heck is this? What? I opened this and there's all this crap in here. What is this? I had no clue what it was. He was so mad that I got it, and he had no clue. I had no clue. It was bad. It was really bad.
Yeah, same thing happened to me on that set. I went in on an alt night and took my shaman in that I didn't normally raid on. And it dropped for her the first time she was in there on the regular raid. And then
man.
one of our shamans in one of our other raids is still I don't think he's gotten it yet. I don't think it's dropped.
It still hasn't dropped for Sparrow either. Poor guy.
Everybody has this one item that eluded them. Like for me, it was in Ubers back in the day and Vanilla, or in the original. People got stiffy about it. Actually, I was running Ubers for weeks and weeks to get the Warlock rope, and I never got it, and I ended up even with a Priest rope then.
Oh yeah, something happened like that to me. I went into Ice Crown Citadel to try and get the Invincible, almost already knowing that I wouldn't get it. And once I got to the Lich King and I killed it, I got a Drudge Ghoul. Apparently it's super rare, and I was almost tempted to sell it because the auction house is going for like $90,000. I mean, 90,000 gold coins.
Holy crap. I'm like never that lucky, honestly.
I can't believe
don't you have a ton of
Termaku's left.
of pets, like especially sharks?
Hey. Let's not bring left sharks into this, okay?
Well,
Wow.
you said the real name. I just said a species.
Yeah, I was gonna give you a rare version that I totally know of. Yeah.
No, it's fine. I think I should explain this though, because maybe not everybody's. I'm sure everybody's heard the story. I don't know how you've not heard the story, But there's some people in this guild who thought it would be hilarious to just mail me left sharks. I currently have 360 left sharks, and
Yeah,
then some.
wasn't there a tweet from you where you showed all your bags full with left sharks? Or there was a picture, I saw it somewhere.
I might have sent a tweet out about it. I have an alt bank that has 3 or 4 like guild bank tabs full of left sharks. I had one guild member who sent me so many left sharks because he would buy them in the auction house purposefully to mail them to me, that he turned around and paid for one of my guild bank tabs to store the left sharks he bought me.
Wow.
Yeah, it's an insane number of left sharks. And then I have another guild member that sent me a real life left shark. Somewhere, I don't know where, he found a leather patch of the left shark from the actual Super Bowl thing, and he mailed it to me to my house. So I have a real life left shark somewhere in my desk.
That's so cool.
Awesome.
That's cool. Yeah, all the swag that you get over the year.
Swag.
I have 2 card boxes full of swag.
Swag.
I think that's the only swag I have.
Swag.
Okay, Ethan.
I'm gonna go kill stuff and res this druid. I'm sorry.
Druid?
I don't know, I think it's the world quest. I've been resing these,
Oh, is there?
whatever they are.
Oh, World Quest?
Wasn't there a world quest in here? Yeah, revive 4 of 5 preservers. I just did number 4.
Oh, hey, I'm getting what you're doing, so thanks.
You are quite welcome.
Yeah.
It's just
Dark
all
Art
those
tickets.
little stories that you are amassing during your years of playing games.
Oh, that's trippy.
So, can I ask, when did you say that you started in World of Warcraft?
And then the cat goes,
I started in BC, and so a friend of mine got me into playing, and so I used to play with his guild, all Alliance all the time. I'm sorry, but I played very rarely, like maybe once every couple of weeks or so. I just I didn't have a lot of time on my hands. My kids were really little and stuff, so I like I said, I think my druid hit 70 about a month before the expansion dropped for Wrath. But then I started raiding in Wrath with some friends that I had met, and everything else. And then everybody on Earth and Ring is all like, no, you know, that horrible guild, AIE, they're camping south, what is it, South Haven, up in up by Undercity, or what used to be. They're like, oh.
We came to AIE because we were listening to the instance all the time.
Yeah, I snuck in the back door.
there's a back door.
Well, all of my Alliance friends are all like, oh no, blah blah blah. So I was like, fine, I'm just gonna make a Horde character on Earth and Ring just so I can PvP against my friends and like see what this whole deal is about. So I made my rogue Cyrene, and then I kind of fiddled around a little bit, and then I got roped into helping out with the craft fair, and I was like, oh my god, this community is so awesome. And so I've since faction changed every one of my Alliance tunes on Earth and Ring to Horde. So there you go. Thank you. You guys converted me to Horde.
Actually, my wife
You're welcome.
helped by
You're very
the last 2 craft fairs, right?
Yeah, I helped with a couple of them.
I need to get closer.
Yeah, I helped one year, and then I helped at the next one 6 months later. And then the next one they said, oh, by the way, you want to run it? And I was like, what?
So, is that how you got into being an officer?
Well, not really. I mean, it helped to a certain extent because I knew a lot of the officers from working the craft fair. But it's not just about stuff like that. they look for a lot of different qualities in people to be officers, and you have to be nominated and approved, and like there's this whole massive process of stuff.
I don't have a target.
But
That's
it was a lot of fun. I'm
No.
glad I'm here.
No, it ends up as an interview for you almost.
Well, hey, they were questions that I always wondered I never got to ask,
I
so
need to target something
Do you
first.
control everything? Like, everything?
Do I control everything? No. No, not by a long shot.
Like, you can't mind control everybody in AIE to, like, run a raid?
No, I do not have the power to do all that.
you should have
Oh,
told him
okay,
yes.
never mind.
Come on.
Oh, you're right. I should have. I am
I
sorry.
don't want to be an officer anymore.
Well, you can invite people after you looked for 30 minutes on the website.
Hey, my computer, I got a new one. It's a lot faster now. I can multi-tab and do all kinds of stuff.
Did they fix finally the websites that you can be level 110?
I don't think so, and I don't think they're going to, because they're working on Umami like 2.0. So
Ah,
I think they're more interested in doing that than trying to fix our
they don't.
eye level, level, whatever.
They don't.
Yeah,
care about
understandable.
us.
You have to understand
Goodness.
that our robot panda Stig is the one that does all this stuff.
Robot
I don't have a
panda.
target.
The two words that work perfectly together.
Well, Ethan is into robotics, actually.
He's not really a robot. He just seems like it sometimes.
Target something.
Oh, never mind.
Well, Termaku is really into robotics.
I don't have a
He
target.
ended up
I
winning
need
the
to
state
target
championship for New Mexico and got invited to world championships. He just got back from that. It was held in Louisville, Kentucky, where he and his team competed against 400 teams
No.
from
His
all over the
team
world.
competed. He couldn't because he broke his arm twice in 4 days.
Yes.
What?
But he was there.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa! How do you break your arm twice in 4 days? What the
Okay.
heck were you doing?
I'm
So
out of
I
ammo.
was messing around with my friend and I fell down a ditch, broke my arm.
He
Walked
broke his
the rest of-
radius, and he
Eh.
walked
Let
at
him
100
finish
degrees
his
outside
story.
temperature home.
Well, he walked a mile home with a broken arm, thinking it was just sprained.
Ow.
It was funny actually. He walked in here and said, "Yeah, I think I just sprained my wrist," and the arm had in the middle of it a bulge. And I said, "This is not your wrist, or you're a medical wonder."
Oh yeah, I'm special. But anyways, and then 3 days later on Tuesday, I fell down because I tripped over the curb by a parking lot. I hit the car and then I'm like flail, and then I hit the ground in the parking lot. It broke again in a different place and made the other one worse.
And then he broke his arm, and then he couldn't play video games anymore for a couple days or weeks.
A few
And
weeks.
because- yeah, a few weeks. Anyways, last weekend he was sitting there on the couch and was leaning basically his head on his hand of his broken arm. And I said, "Doesn't it hurt?" He said, "No." I said, "Why don't you play them video games?" He said, "Oh, you're right. It doesn't hurt anymore."
That is so awesome.
Yeah, I was just reading and reading and reading and reading.
But that's okay because you like to read.
But reading is good for you.
I got transported out. I'm lost.
Well, I think that's okay because we've done a couple of instances. Were you wanting to do more, or
Yes, I want to do more.
I don't know how long
I
Cyrene
don't know
wants to,
how much time Cyrene has today.
Oh,
and what questions she wants to ask still, or whatnot. Or
I'm being attacked. Ah.
No, this has been great. You guys have been awesome. My original idea was to try and keep them to about a half hour or so we're kind of running over time, but I think that's cool because there's been a lot of cool stories coming out with you guys. and it's been a lot of fun. So, I don't really have any other questions. Do you guys want to do any sort of special shout outs to anybody in the community, or do you have any Twitter handles or any of that stuff you guys want to promote? You guys feel free to say so now.
What is Twitter?
Oh my
Tweet.
goodness. I just want to say thank you to all of the people that I've met and all of the connections that I've made, and thank you for making us feel welcome as a family. That's my biggest thing.
I'm lost and trapped in a tree. I can't move.
You should thank you to the people that answered your questionnaire that they filled out, honestly.
Oh, yeah. That's right. One of the things I didn't get to mention, and I'll go over this really, really quick, is while I was working on my degree, I did a research paper on the stereotypes that people have about WoW players. You mentioned that you play WoW and they picture someone who's in like the basement of their parents' or their parents' basement and everything else, and I know that the people that I played with that wasn't the case. So I did a questionnaire. I put it up on AI, a link to it on AIE's chat room and everything, and I had quite a few people who responded to it, and it totally broke so many of the myths that people had out there. And so it helped me with my research paper for school, and thank you for everyone who responded to that. So
now you gotta rack your brain and say everyone's names.
Yeah, right.
So you don't appreciate them? That's mean.
No, I am respecting their privacy. Thank you.
Oh, well played.
Do you have anything you want to say, Termak?
No, I made it out of the tree, but now I'm in a bush.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Babe, and you?
Well, thank you for especially how can I say it? Understand that I'm sometimes really special. My direct
Sometimes?
my German way. Yes,
Everybody loves accents.
Way. No, I'm really direct sometimes.
In different ways.
Oh my god. He's cracking right now up in his room.
Oh, you guys are so funny. This has been like well, I've only done 2 episodes, but it's been the funniest so far.
Well, thank you very much for thinking of us and wanting to get to know us, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to share some of our stories and how we got started and everything.
Well, thank you guys very much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. I'm calling this a video podcast. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's kind of what I decided to call this thing.
No, absolutely.
So, well, thank you again to Anwal and Antibus and Termaku for coming on tonight. I really appreciate it. It's been fun listening to all the stories and everything that you guys have done. I just want to say that you can catch me on Twitter at SireneAIE, or you can watch live streams randomly from my computer in our raids at twitch.tv/Sirene. And I just want to give a shout out for those that are watching on Twitter. You'll see that I've gotten some artwork over the past couple weeks, and I got a cute portrait of my rogue Sirene, and my niece actually drew that for me, and she is taking commissions for artwork. So if anybody is looking for some art to put on their streams, you can find her information in my Twitch panel, and her email is on there. You can contact her and get with her on that. Keep me out of it. That's whatever she does. So she's a student in high school, and she does it for money on the side. So, but if anybody else has anything, you guys have anything else you want to say before we say goodnight?
Well, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys for coming. Good luck with the move. I hope everything goes well.
Thank you very much.
Paid by the future company.
That's even better.
Yes, even better.
Oh, and we're not even allowed to pack, because if we pack, our belongings are not covered by the insurance. So that's even better.
So you don't even have to pack any of your stuff?
No.
I will
Wow.
sit down and drink a beer and tell them what to do.
Awesome. Well, thank you,
Well,
thank you guys
will.
for coming on tonight. I really appreciate it. So this is official episode 1. Oh, and I just want to say we will be recording and live streaming this every Wednesday, and for now, in the evening. So join us when you can. And next week, our guests are going to be Accuzad and his 8-year-old grandson. We're going to play some Overwatch and see how that goes. And last I heard, his grandson is still trying to come up with a gamer tag. So when I know, you guys will know. But until then, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Yes.